From St. Paul, Minnesota, not Minneapolis, that's Hippocampus with the ultra catchy Bang Bang off LP3. Before that, we heard from the Bay Area band Kids on a Crime Spree. It's a great name that is likely taken from an alarmist 1973 San Francisco Examiner piece, Mousepacks, Kids on a Crime Spree. Daryl Sturdant of Tinnitus Magazine talked about their new album, Fall in Love Not in Line, saying of its songwriting that it hints of meticulous brill-diddling inspiration filtered through the sonorous feedback of Henry's dress and a sprightly ebullience, there's that word that music journalists love, reminiscent of the Eiler set's Perfect Pop. But it handily transcends their influences into territory that's uniquely kids. That track was called All Things Fade. Before that, we heard the veteran four-piece band featuring John Worster on drums, Laura Balance on bass, Jim Wilbur on guitar, and Mac McCaughan on lead vocals and guitar. They're from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and released most of their records on their own label. It's a label that would go on to become one of the most successful indie labels of all time by the 2010s, releasing huge albums by acts like Arcade Fire, Neutral Milk Hotel, and Spoon. And there's a great oral history where all the members and other people involved in the label talk about how the album just kind of naturally evolved from a label that was created just for the band to circumvent, the major label system. But then they were able to build it to something that was actually powerful and would have number one albums in their own right. Like Arcade Fire's albums have hit number one on the Billboard Top 200, which is amazing to me. And Superchunk are still releasing their albums on Merge Records, and we heard Endless Summer off their 12th studio album, Wild Loneliness. Starting off the set, we heard the British band Spiritualize, going off in a more of a country direction than their usual space rock, with Crazy, It's Off Everything Was Beautiful. I'm Jason Thurston for 133 Minutes, the new music show of Subject Radio, a division of Subject Media, a new-ish home for podcasts, features, reviews, and, of course, radio, with something of a focus of the Buffalo area and the University of Buffalo. But I'm actually coming at you from Belleville, New Jersey. But that's just how media works nowadays. In my final set, we'll hear new music from Big Thief and Arlo Parks, two Subject Radio favorites. But let's start off with a new song from Kurt Vile off his upcoming album, with date to be determined, Watch My Moves. A few shows and a few months ago, we played The War on Drugs, a band Vile was briefly a part of before finding fame as a solo act. Here's Like Exploding Stones. Stay tuned for current Subject Radio student music director Owen Bryant for some new musical exploration. But this has been Jason Thurston. When this window goes dark, I'll hopefully still be Jason Thurston. We'll see. But as MC Light, or maybe Ari Melber, once rapped, no one on earth is promised tomorrow. Yay! This is 133 Minutes from Subject Radio, and here is Kurt Vile. Thanks for listening.